Hi, everyone. This is Patty with the regional office, and I wanted to take a moment to explain to you how to apply for Campership Legacy Fund Campership. You may have won one or more of these at last month's Ministry Center, and I just wanted to explain the process better to make sure that you're able to fully take advantage of this wonderful program. So to get to the Campership Legacy Fund application, go to Staff Resources, and then in the search bar, you can type Campership. This will take you to the Campership Legacy Fund application, the first option in the search. Click on that, and this is the main page that will explain a little bit about it. And then to get to the application, click on Get Started. It's a one-page application. It asks just a few basic questions, and then you submit the application. Once you submit it, it will need to be approved by somebody in your area, usually your area director or the admin. And then it will come to the regional office where I will read through it and approve it up to the Campership Legacy Fund office, and then they'll approve it. If you're the person who filled out this application, you'll be notified by email every time it's approved. Once it's approved by the Campership Legacy Fund office, then you know for sure that this camper is going to help you get Campership funds. After camp is over, you'll receive an email from the Campership Legacy Fund office asking you to fill out a follow-up form. That follow-up form is required in order for you to get the $250 campership. One thing I want to make clear on this whole thing is that while you need to apply for a particular camper, it doesn't mean that the entire $250 needs to go towards helping that particular camper go to camp. It's okay to use that money to partially help that camper and then overall use it for the rest of your camping strategy, whether it's to spread it out over several campers or help with the overall cost of camp. $250 is a lot of money, and sometimes it's not, you're applying for a kid who doesn't necessarily need that full amount. And so this campership fund does not require that the full $250 go towards that one particular camper. I want to make sure people know that, because I think in some cases in the past, areas weren't applying for kids because the full need wasn't needed for one camper. But I want you to know that that's not necessarily true. You won't get the funds until the end of summer. So even though you apply today, you won't see the $250 show up in your campership fund until after you've filled out the follow-up form and it's been submitted. So this will usually be at the end of August or by the end of August. The other thing to note is that whoever filled out the application is the one who needs to fill out the follow-up form. Anyone who is a volunteer leader who has a staff resources account can fill out an application. So make sure you communicate with your staff on who's going to apply for what kids. Another thing to keep in mind that there's really no deadline on when this application is due. You can actually apply for a camper the week or a couple days before you're leaving for camp. Or we've even had instances where you apply for somebody after camp is over. Those also are both allowed with the Campership Legacy Fund application. The only thing we ask is that it needs to be a camper who actually went to camp, that they are a first-time camper, and that they have not made a profession of faith yet. Maybe they did at camp, but that they hadn't before camp. So it's okay to wait until after camp or a couple days before. If you apply after camp, you'll almost immediately get the email asking you for the follow-up information, and that information will need to be filled out as well. So the initial application would just look like your typical initial application, stating why you think this kid needs a scholarship, and then the follow-up would tell about their camp week. So I hope all of this makes sense, and I hope this helps you better understand how to go about applying and using funds from the Campership Legacy Fund. Thanks so much for listening.